Yes.
They were extremely big help. They helped us make it. And many more here instead of just a jumping out piece like we're capable of doing.
It's a trampoline.
Yeah,
doing bigger thing,
man.
Good job, man.
For what
Good
you're
job.
doing. Massive. You're gonna flash in and out for a second.
No worries, man.
Okay.
Genuinely.
What's going on, boys? Oh no, what just happened?
Different room, I think. Oh, saving. There we go.
Alright,
Oh no,
I'm on the table.
That wasn't gonna happen. Nobody, like,
Oh no, she will. She will. It goes right back here. Let's go back to the first room.
Wait, am I naked?
are insane.
No, you know.
Okay.
Put your own
No,
clothes
yes.
back on.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Oh yeah.
Live from the studios of entertainment capital of the universe. Welcome back to the show that refuses to die. And now here's the star of the show, Robert.
Hello, welcome. Some things must be said. I have nothing to say. Thanks, you've made it to my channel. It's imperative you know that. Guess what? I met Anna today. She's the creator of Pixel Ripped. I got anaphylactic shock, and I can't wait to show you behind the scenes of the interview and the interview itself. Here we go. In a moment, right about now. Here we go.
Hey,
How are you?
nice to meet you.
You weren't expecting that, were you, Seraphim?
No. How you doing?
Hey, nice to meet you in VR. Yes,
I know.
and thank
This
you.
is crazy.
Thank you. Thanks for playing the game. I love your videos.
Oh, my pleasure.
And I just saw the room you did, and it's just great. I was just telling him I didn't expect you guys would do all that work. It's just.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed
guys,
it. Yeah, it was fun.
You guys build another Pixel Ripped here. This is crazy.
Previously. It was fun.
I showed him a couple things in here in less than a day. In here, he did your room, which is way better than the stuff that we're doing on our end here. That we've been doing this for like a month now.
No, but that's it's crazy building all this here in Rec Room. I didn't even know you could do all that. That's really good. And even the pixel art, it was really good. Yeah, but I'm working in a Halloween special, and I have to send it until 8 a.m. in Brazil. I have to send to my team, and they are going to be testing there. I'm here in a hotel in California, but I'm working on that tonight, and then I have to finish that so they can test it and we can send to Sony. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's like a free Easter egg level, a Halloween special. Yeah, it's like zombies and stuff.
Oh, that is awesome! I'm so looking forward to it. Alex the Kid in Miracle World from Sega. You remember that?
Yeah, Alex Kidd in Miracle World. Wow, that's
my favorite game, like ever.
Yeah, it's so good because there was Alex Kidd and they did Alex Kidd in Miracle World.
That's so cool.
Yeah, the helicopter part is the Alex Kidd part. But if you notice, like on Alex Kidd, did you play it? It's old school. Like,
it is.
On Alex Kidd, which fall before me, but yeah, that's Alex Kidd, and yeah, next game is coming soon. So I mean, starting to work on next game, but we talk about that in the show. But it's exciting. Yeah.
Oh,
so that's awesome. Good luck with that.
We're gonna get the juicy details. Woohoo!
I'm excited.
Yeah, thanks again for all the work you guys have done. I can't be more thankful. Like I didn't expect this surprise. I'm gonna tell the team and see who comes to. You know, it's the classroom everyone dreamed to have. You know.
Right, exactly. We were the kids that were ignoring and playing games in the classroom. So he was telling me it was like a childhood.
Everyone. No books, just Game Boys, and we bring some beer in the day. I've been
taller than what I imagined. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, she's awesome, man.
She's cool. Yeah, she's awesome.
Hey guys, I'm back. Well, this is I don't know why I said that. I'm always here, but I never left. So this is the other room. You can see we've changed it a bit, giving it a nice light blue ground and grey walls to match more of the game color, and it's been rescaled and recajengified, which I don't know what that means, but it was very complex work. Special thanks to Velp for doing that, because dude, another thing that maybe no one noticed in this room was that the clock on the wall, which I'll show you guys later, it was actually ticking. Yeah, that's right, it was keeping time. So that was a crazy work right there. This is a suit that we made, I didn't make it, I think Jemeth and Jason put that together, the suit, for Anna to wear. And special thanks to Gamertag as well for putting on the show. Here's a bit of the level that we made. And so yeah, I hope you like it. Alright, let's start the thing. Oh yeah, and this is some of the room footage of what it looked like before it was put together completely. So yeah, enjoy the footage.
Is that to decoration? It will fly
Right.
just like this.
Very cool. You can. Yes, because it's good. Ready?
Oh,
You
there
aim
goes,
for my
right?
head.
It went above you. No, I tried to aim low, but
I was
it
like,
flew
here's
too
a
high.
hand.
I usually throw with my right, but I have this in my right hand. I have this in my right hand.
Oh,
I have
my
this
eyeball.
in my right hand. I have this 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 in my right hand.
I'm in a really
I
weird
have this
glitch,
in my right
guys.
hand.
I might have to
I have this
reset.
in my
I don't
right
know
hand.
if you can hear me
I
or
have
not.
this in my right hand. I have this in my right hand.
Oh my
I
god,
have
this
this.
Nice to meet you too.
Amazing. Thanks for jumping in, taking part in this craziness.
Incredible.
Let's
There
be
we go.
friends. Oops. Yeah.
You got the suit.
Look at this, man. Ana Ribeiro
That's
as
cool.
Dot. It is fantastic.
Yay! I love that. Thanks, guys. This is so cool.
This is number 4, right?
It's king shit. joining everybody.
Not at all.
He made room in our in his schedule. It's awesome.
No, it's very nice to hear.
He even brought a present. What's that all about?
Oh, what the hell? Where'd it go?
What's up, dude?
Why are you so tall, Danish?
I am just. I think you're all just short.
So as you can see, almost every YouTuber has joined us today. We got VR Grid, we got JU PSVR, no JU5 PSVR, Jimeth, Jason, Jimeth, the Preacher. That Would Be Dark, which is Brian Paul joined as well, and Dave Station joined as well. We got VR God over there, and so many. We got God Canon, so many gods. But we're surrounded by them, and
That's really
they're
cool.
here. So enjoy the game, play footage, enjoy the interview tracking right now, and we'll get started. Thanks.
Oh wow.
Wow, man.
I'm gonna wait until the end because I can't.
Why is it
Hey,
showing?
look, we're moving.
And just so you know, Jimeth also created that guitar lick just then that you heard, recreated it, so on a guitar. Amazing, good job.
We lost one. One good friend of mine.
Right. Boom.
Welcome to
awesome.
Pixel Ripped. I'm
Yes.
so happy to be here. Welcome to this world.
I'm gonna be hearing my voice again.
And I hope you guys.
Hello, Jim.
Danish, you got
Down
it.
the
Chug.
stairs.
Everybody, okay.
Everyone
Blue
follow-
watch, blue watch.
Follow the Scottish guy.
Let's go. Let's go.
Man.
Everyone follow the Scottish guy.
Come on,
buddy.
Alright.
Cheers for coming, boys.
Just so you'll come with
Whoa.
us.
Yeah.
Pound it up, bud. Oh, you're not
That's
your hands
just
on
like
that there.
little car.
You ready? You're gonna be left
Yeah,
behind.
he's starting up.
Oh, cool.
Everyone cool? Look at this.
Follow the leader.
It's amazing how many people can be monks.
Amazing work with the logo.
Alright,
Fantastic.
nice, nice, nice.
Massive shout out to all these guys over here creating all these rooms.
Absolutely fantastic.
Whisk me away, Jimeth.
Welcome to
There
the
you are.
PSVR chat show.
Look at that.
Do you know what, we get that intro again while I got time
Do we have to go at the same time? He's doing it again.
today.
I figured.
Yeah.
Ana Ribeiro.
Dun, 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 dun. It's so cool. Wow, 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 wow.
This is the cutscene. The
Wow.
cutscene that flies over in the game.
Good job.
Let's make a level.
Oh man.
It's
This
so
is great.
cool. Seraphim with
So
the
crazy.
level here. But yeah, I just
It.
a bit more interactive to walk into. The guys wire it up so we can.
Sorry about the
Just keep walking forward,
mosquitoes.
keep walking
They
forward.
might bite.
Keep walking
but
forward.
it's
This is so cool.
pretty cold out here, guys.
This is wild.
Red
A
Green
little
gave
bite doesn't
particles, which is great, so that helps as well. But
Really,
I just
really.
well.
He made everything pixel art here. It's quite impressive, you know, all this work. And Master
it's
looks
crazy.
exactly like Master.
so cool.
Look at this. Anyone who's played Pixel Rip.
Faces drop in.
Fantastic.
And there's like little pixels.
Final
It
Fantasy
looks
1
cool.
characters. Smashed it, man. Absolutely.
We're in 2D, 3D, Lee.
Damn right.
2D, 3D.
3D.
Seraphim invented a new medium.
Man,
Look
like,
at 3D.
Because of you guys.
you can see like they built
Absolutely.
everything on man. How you doing?
That's just,
Not gonna chat to
Brian
you
and,
on stream.
Velp,
Oh, and Jimeth did the bad guys up there. The Kraken.
Everyone's streaming. Everyone's streaming.
That's
The
the
most
most
complex
complex
chat
chat
show
show
ever
ever
Anna
made.
over here. Oh yeah, it's like a big skill trip.
Crazy.
Look at this. At the PSVR chat show. Today we have got Ana Ribeiro from Pixel Rip. She's going to be the teacher for today's lesson.
Oh my god. What a crazy lesson is gonna be this, huh? Yeah.
Thank you for coming
Yes.
Thank you guys for doing all this. This is incredible. I'm mind blowing. I didn't expect all this hard work, and you guys created another Pixel Rip. It's a lot of work. I'm thankful. I'm really like impressed, and I feel like honored to be here.
Well, it's an amazing game,
thank you so
and
much.
it's well deserved to its attention. You know, it's a great game.
So we're supposed to do a lesson here? Like, I know everyone has everyone with your Game Boys in the desk, please.
Campaign ready.
I'll come
I
back.
love
I'll come
this.
back.
Can't forget a donut for the teacher here.
Oh,
Thanks. I'll give you. Nice. I'll give you five stars. 5 stars.
Excellent stuff. So Anna, you're an 80s kid, I believe.
Oh, nice.
I'm telling on you.
Who got paper aeroplanes, dude?
That's crazy.
You know what's weird is that we're in Pixel Rift with the Pixel Rift character in real life, but in VR.
That's crazy.
So, what are we gonna do? I'm ready.
It just snored you.
Alright, cool, man. So, Anna, you're an 80s baby, yeah?
Sorry, I'm what?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're from the 80s, yeah? So, for me personally, those years in terms of gaming were pretty unforgettable. So what was your first console you ever owned?
Oh my god, yeah. So probably no. Who knows what is the Odyssey? Did anyone hear about this console?
Odyssey is, yeah.
Odyssey, Jim if mine.
The Odyssey. I know what that is. Yep.
Oh my
The
god.
Odyssey?
That was the first console. We had the Odyssey 2 actually, but the Odyssey 1 was the first video game home console. So our first console at home was the Odyssey 2, which is kind of like Atari era. And we also had a console that kind of the same time. I don't know which one came first, but we had this console called Telejogo in Brazil, which was like a Pong, one of those Pong consoles.
I had that. I had that as well. That was my first console.
Did it have the twirly knobs on it? So like you got the ping, the squares. Is that the one?
Yeah, it's basically
that's the
Pong.
one. That's the one.
There was a lot of Pong consoles around the world, so that was one of it. It was called Telejogo in Brazil. Yeah, I'm from the 80s, so that's like long time ago. I did 83, I born, so.
So what was your favourite console at that time? Because obviously when you play Pixel Ripped, there's a lot of retro games, obviously, that influenced it. So what was your favourite console?
So in Brazil, well, we have this console called Phantom System. It was like the best console. It just was released in Brazil, and you could basically play Nintendo games, but you use like a Sega Genesis controllers.
What the hell?
That was awesome.
That's cool.
So I grew up telling everyone, oh my god, my favorite console is Phantom System. I didn't have any doubt, like this is my favorite console, the best games. And then later when I grew up, I discovered actually I was playing Nintendo games, Sega games all together in one.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Wicked.
so all that conflict that everyone had, the Nintendo, what is best, you know, Sega and Nintendo, we just had Phantom System, like, winner, right there. It's like, but this is before Nintendo came to Brazil, so this is before actually, Nintendo wasn't there. So it wasn't like, it wasn't illegal at the time for some reason. So this company actually...
Well, it might have been.
And this company released it. It was legit. You go in the stores and buy the console. It was legit console. Yeah.
That's cool.
Wow. So what's your favourite video game?
That's so hard. Okay.
I know it's hard. I wasn't going to ask it. I've got to ask, yeah.
Top 10.
No.
Of course, Pixel Rip. Come on, Pixel Rip.
If I answer that, this is so lame. It's my game. No.
Alright, what's your favourite game from the 80s then? Your favourite 80s game when you was younger?
the one that I feel the most nostalgic, I had the most nostalgic feeling when I play is Mega Man 2.
Yeah.
I know I've been playing the other Mega Mans. I think Mega Man 10 may be the best one in play, but I really love Mega Man 2 because it brings me those memories, and it was the first good Mega Man I remember. And it's but if I'm talking about like, okay, my favorite right now, first person shooter game, I love like multiplayer games online, so I love Left 4 Dead still. I love playing Left 4 Dead with my friends still nowadays. And I was
what a
playing.
great game.
On VR, I'm still playing a lot of Beat Saber.
Cool, partner.
So we discussed about having new characters coming, appearing, and like having options. They maybe have like special powers for other characters, but there's nothing decided yet. But we definitely want to do stuff like that. Different characters that will appear. Like in this one, we had Arturo. That's kind of a Super Ghost and Ghost one.
Yeah.
But we want to have these other characters. Like we had the chicken. We have those other things happening. But it would be cool if you could control those characters, right? But it's not decided yet.
So many ideas. There's so many ideas with that game.
So Pixel Rip was a Kickstarter, was it? Did you set up a Kickstarter for that, first of all? And how much of the game have you made before you met Avery here?
Ricardo, yeah. So actually the Kickstarter, this is a long time ago, and Kickstarter failed. But we got the investment from accelerator in Silicon Valley called Boost VC. They invest in VR companies and startups. And this is 2015. So it was, I got this early stage, I got some investment from Oxford, I got this Kickstarter that failed, and I got this accelerator that I invested. And then for 2016, I was self-funding the project. So it's kind of money was gone, and I was self-funding the project. I had, we have freelancers around the world, the team, and friends that have been helping me out when they had time. It was really hard to finish a big project without.
How much of the thing was made at that point?
Kind of. When we met, we kind of had like probably. It feels like half of the game was done because the polish takes so long, right? The polish and the final stage of it was really long. So when I met Ricardo, actually, this was 2000. We met in first VR event.
2016. Yeah, 2016.
Yeah. And Ricardo had played the game in Oculus Share, so he knew the game. But we never had met, and we met in this event. And then we keep in touch. And then Ricardo, in 2000, last year, it's not a long time ago, announced that, we're opening Avery. This is amazing. It's like the focus in VR, immersive experience. You want to talk about that? Then we can talk a little bit about Avery.
Yeah, sure.
Tag it out.
But we decided to start this VR studio here in Brazil, which is a crazy adventure doing that here, but we did it anyways, and we built a team, and we were doing some cool like VR experiences, and then I had already met Ana. She got in touch, and we started talking again, and at that time she was living in the US, but she wanted to come back to Brazil, and we started talking, and we had a team. She needed to finish her project. Like you asked where the project was. Like the whole thing was there, but like there's so much polishing and so much. Like it wasn't still like ready to it wasn't ready to become a published game.
You'd obviously seen the game and thought this is going to be big.
Like from the very first version, like from her student project, I really loved it, right? But when she published that student project on Oculus Share back in the day, like I had a DK2 and everything, and that in those times, like the things that were on Oculus Share weren't actually games, right? They're just a bunch of like weird tech demos, and then suddenly this thing was an actual game proposition, so it was really interesting. But then when I played the game in 2016. It was only like the first level, right, that I had tried, and it was already super creative and super like interesting and everything. But when I saw that it had like other levels, and each level was almost a new game in terms of like what it brought to the table, right? It was so creative and so cool. Yeah, so we immediately said, let's do it together. Let's finish it. We have a team. Like we have the investment. We have the team. we can do the marketing. So that's how it went, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was the final push that I needed to finish this game, and has been great. We're actually gonna make the next games together. Our is willing to invest, and we're gonna do it together. It's really exciting. Like, it has been working really well. We kind of having the same love for VR, and it's
that's good. That's good. Thank
actually Ricardo, it's like a multitask CEO. He actually did the voice in the trailer. Do you wanna do a little bit of the voice?
Yeah, do it.
Oh God, why did you do that? Why did you do that to me? Now I can do it because I'm laughing. Let me drink a little beer before. No, here's the story. Okay, so I edited the trailer, right? And because the trailer was really cool, because like some friends from Ana's like university had shot that little kid. Have you guys seen the trailer with the little kid? Yeah. So some friends from her university had shot that scene with the little kid, but there was no trailer, right? There wasn't edited. It wasn't anything. So I edited it together, and I wrote some just some copy for what would be like the trailer. Like, we wanted to make it cheesy, like a 1980s trailer. And then I recorded like placeholder voiceover, because I said, like, let me record my voice just to edit it, and then we'll find a suitable like voice actor or whatever like to do it. And then she wouldn't let me get rid of the voice.
It was so good.
And then originally I was doing the voice of the mom that appears in the beginning of the trailer as well. So like, so originally I did the mom, and it was like, outside, blah blah, and that was horrible. So I said, okay, I'll keep my voice for the whole trailer except for the mom. So who did the mom was actually the same guy who does the teacher, who is Gareth, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Brilliant.
He actually said we actually spoke to him about doing the voice for the trailer, and he's like, this voice actor you guys have is really good. You shouldn't take him out.
So it goes like, go outside your world and play now in an incredible new virtual world. I don't know. I said it, I'm gonna do it as a side gig now, right?
Good side gig. Yeah, I love the trailers. That was so funny.
But yeah, it came out really cool. We did it in like this cheesy 1980s video game commercial style, and we want to do the next games the same thing, right?
That
definitely,
is one of the best trailers I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's good.
The music,
everything. It's a really challenging game to it's a really challenging game to explain, right? Even if you ask me what is Pixel right now, like it's very hard to put it in one sentence. Like it's a very hard game to explain.
Yeah.
So the trailer was really challenging to do in a way that people even understand what the game was. So we just went for like, let's make it crazy and people will love it. And
really good. Actually, so we have a Reality Check VR is actually in the game. He did this tips and trips. There's like a video that plays on the television. So if you shoot the TV, if you shoot the TV on level 3, you can actually see him. You can see PSVR Frank. And we're now doing even a competition that anyone from the community can send a video, and the best video actually is still going on now. And if you guys want to send it, the video is going to be on that television, the best one. And we have like a DJ Catman, which is like a YouTuber. He's like a DJ that does remix from old school games, and I used to just listen to his music, and I contact the guy, can we put you in the game? So his voice is on the radio. We have all these people that would like to participate, and
that is awesome.
The music was really good.
Thanks. The music
insane. Like, it's so good.
Yeah. The music was composed. The music was composed by Terrence Dunn. Is actually I met him at the NFTS still at the university, and he's still working and gonna be working with us in the next games. And it's
really clever melody.
There's a lot of love put in this project. It's been long time. It's been 4 years, so. Long time.
So today you made an announcement that Pixel 1989 is going to launch in the EU, Australia, and New Zealand.
Yeah, finally! Oh my God!
For PlayStation,
awesome.
Yes. I mean, it was already there for Oculus and Steam, but not for PlayStation. So now it's coming out for PlayStation on all those territories, and
thank you very
really
much.
cool.
Awesome.
You guys go into
That is
detail about why it took a little bit concerned about the delay getting there, but it seems to be something that a lot of developers have to deal with. Did you have to go through a lot of hoops? Is there something with the PEGI rating? Is it expensive? Like, what's the deal?
We had to do a separate QA process. So we released it on Sony is like separate. It's not like when you do an Oculus release or Steam release is all worldwide. But we did like a QA for just releasing on Americas, and then for Europe is a separate QA process, and it took 2 months. Unfortunately, like we try what we could, but we're a small team, and it's like it's a really bureaucratic process, and every time you do change, you book a slot, it takes like 2 weeks.
It's very it's very challenging for a small team to even launch on PlayStation. There's a lot of the QA process is very, very involved, right? Especially for VR, it's.
I've got some
I'm sure the next time we
you.
do it, it's gonna be easier.
Yeah, there was a learning curve from us as well, like in terms of. Yeah. We learned the whole it's very, very, very involved.
Was it childhood memories or just a loving gaming?
Wow, it was a mix of both. I started with this dream I had. I was really struggling to decide what was going to be my final project, and I couldn't come with ideas. I was going to work on this carnival game, Brazilian carnival game, and my course coordinator was like pushing me, no, you should write it at least 5 different ideas. And then I had this dream that I was playing a game, and it was quite crazy. Like I was playing a game on the TV, and every time the game involving graphics, the whole living room was like changing, pixelating, and then there was until the graphics were like realistic and everything was merged together. So I woke up and I was telling everyone about this dream, and everyone my colleagues were like, this is a great idea. And I was like, yeah, I want to make a game about the history of video games and that feeling of playing a game and following that game changing, you know, when you remember when you're a kid and you play, like, I want to see how Mario's going to look now. I want to see how, you know, these characters that the old games that you kind of follow and you see them evolving and change. So it started from that. And then, of course, I had some things that made me change a lot. Like we had a lot of bugs that changed the game, like the boss battle moment when the characters are all out of the console. This was actually a bug. I wasn't planning to be in the game. The 2D character, I forgot to tell the camera, don't draw that character outside the TV. And I was playing the game on the TV, and then dots start jumping around like this 2D sprite, huge, and that really changed the game. It was a whole process of development, but
so Pixel Ripped come from a dream. That is amazing.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Dream come true. Dream come true.
Literally dream come true. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Did you have any feedback on the final boss? A lot of people have complained about how difficult it is, and that took just as long to beat the final boss as the entire game.
We actually did some
feedback then.
We actually did some improvement on the, like, we made it a little bit, we polished a little bit, balanced the gameplay there. It was a little bit a big pick, like, of difficulty in the end. Like, ideally, next game we actually spoke about making you can choose a normal, easy or hardcore mode, and then we're gonna have like levels of the whole game's gonna be hard or easy, you know.
That's not a bad idea, but you've got to reward the people who get through that, because that last level, man, I wanted to give up. I'll be honest with you.
That's because you
done it.
You guys
you remember back in the day, like games were hard back in the day, right? This is something.
Check the Twitter account.
This is something. It's something funny because while we do get a lot of feedback about it, some people actually like it's super hard. But I think there's a balance in the middle, you know. Also, we realized some people didn't notice that you could like use the spitball to destroy the fire circles in the last boss, you know. And then I don't know even how.
Just for reference, I haven't actually finished it because I haven't got no. But I couldn't because I was getting frame rate issues while streaming. So I haven't finished it yet. So I've got a new graphics card and we'll be finishing this off.
Maybe that's Sony's problem, dude. maybe they're using your PC to Q&A the games. And that's what's
That's possibly it. That's possibly it. Shh! You weren't supposed to say about this. It's supposed to be a secret, dude. It's supposed to be a secret. But,
So about the difficulty, you guys think is a good idea. Have the next game we choose like hard, easy, and normal. Like
better.
It won't be hard, easy, normal. It will be easy, normal, and old school, right?
hardcore.
I like that. Old school.
You should do it in years. You should go 80s, 90s.
Yeah. Anna, how crazy is this? How cool is this? Oh my God, where is she? This is so cool.
Nice.
They put a lot of work here. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love it. Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here. Welcome to this world.
Oh my God, I'm so confused. 2 Annas.
Crazy.
That's great.
They say, I say, Game Attack stole your outfits.
How do I look?
Killing the light.
In real life, her costume doesn't fit. So.
You gonna be on later?
I'm still playing Astrobot right now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I gotta.